Hey everybody, it's Jason with Backyard Escapes by Current Pools and Spas. Today we're going to have a short presentation on borates, what they can do for you and your pool or your spa. Stay tuned. All right, borates are a real game changer for pool owners, and I'm all in when it comes to borates, adding it to your swimming pool or hot tub. I added them to my own pool and hot tub over 2 years ago, and I absolutely love every single benefit they've provided for us. In today's presentation, I'm going to go over the benefits of borates, how to use them, some of the drawbacks, the cost. So hey, let's get started. All right, so one of the biggest benefits of borates in your pool or spa is it is a very strong pH buffer, meaning it helps keep your pH level stable. So it's going to need less acid to control your pH. Having a more controlled pH leads to better swimming comfort, less damage to your pool surface and pool equipment. Borates added to your pool will keep the pH level from fluctuating so rapidly, making it easier to maintain pH control. Another benefit is lower chlorine usage. As we know, a stable pH leads to less chlorine usage. So anytime we're maintaining that pH between 7.4 and 7.6, this is the proper range for our sanitizers such as chlorine and oxidizers to be very effective. So they're going to last longer as well. If your pH is above like an 8.0, your sanitizers are going to have to work almost twice as hard. This means using more chlorine, which is going to cause that increased chlorine level in your pool. It's going to create skin, eye irritation, maybe some breathing discomfort. And it can also cause damage to anything in contact with the pool water, especially if the pH is not within proper range. Prolonged saltwater chlorine generator and other related pool equipment life is another benefit from borates. Our saltwater pools, as we know, are still a chlorine pool. We just use the saltwater chlorine generator to make chlorine from salt that we've added to the pool water. So, since borates decrease the chlorine demand on our pool, in turn, it decreases the amount of work your saltwater chlorine generator must do, making it last longer. Borates also act as a corrosion inhibitor in zinc and in steel, and they also sequester calcium in your pool water. So combined with the stable pH, your salt cell and other related pool equipment will have less buildup, making them operate more efficiently. Reduce or eliminate algae blooms in your pool. Algae needs carbon dioxide and organic matter to grow. So by adding borates, it has two effects on algae growth. One, our chlorine is more effective since our pH is easier to keep stable, allowing it to destroy the organic matter. And two, borates eliminate carbon dioxide in your pool water. This means adding less or even zero algicide to your pool. All right, the biggest noticeable, like when you look at it, benefit of adding borates to your pool is that enhanced clarity and sparkle. Walt Disney World adds borates to all their pools. So when you see a picture of a Walt Disney pool, or even if you've been to Walt Disney, you know how majestic that water looks? It's just so clear and sparkly. Well, that's because of borates. Borates in the water just make it more reflective. So when the sun rays bounce off the pool, it just reflects so much better. And since it does sequester the calcium, the part in water hardness that makes it appear cloudy, you're just going to have a clarity like second to none. It's just unbelievable how well it really makes that water look. Another benefit is softer water, right? Most of us already have salt pools, so we already have a degree of softness in that water. But even adding borates to that water is going to make it feel softer. It's not going to burn your eyes. It's not going to irritate your skin at all or anything like that. In fact, it's going to help keep your skin and hair hydrated. So after swimming, your skin won't be as dried out, and you'll also notice it's easier to dry off. So how do we use these borates, right? All right, how do we use borates? Right, we want to maintain a level of 30 to 50 parts per million. That's what's needed to capture the best benefits of borates in your pool. Borates, they're not evaporated, they're not consumed by anything. They're only lost due to like splash out, pool draining. If you have a sand filter, it's going to be that backwashing maintenance aspect of it. So they're diluted each time we top that water level off in the pool. So after the initial dose has been added, it's only going to need a maintenance dose to top off the level to start the season off. Sometimes you may have to do it mid-season, but most of the time it's just going to be in that spring startup. We'll just simply measure the borate level at the beginning of the season and add that maintenance dose to bring that level back up to about that 50 parts per million. Drawbacks and cost. There's really no good reason not to add borates to your pool. What would the drawbacks be? Well, for one, the initial upfront cost for some. This investment that you make can be returned in as little as a year in chemical and equipment damage savings. Borates, they can be toxic if consumed by people or pets. This would mainly be in the undiluted form, like before adding it to your pool. That being said, what pool chemical isn't toxic if consumed in this way? Just follow basic housekeeping skills. Keep it stored in a safe space where children and pets can access it. There are just so many great benefits, and the cost to do so for the average size pool is about $300. The borate product we offer is Protein Supreme Plus by Haviland. Backyard Escapes by Current Pools and Spas has aligned ourselves with Haviland for the best borate treatment for your pool. We use Protein Supreme Plus that has been specifically formulated to a neutral pH, unlike some other borate treatments out there. Supreme Plus will not increase your pH levels in your pool once it has been added. A lot of other borate treatments on the market, you'll need to adjust your pH several times after being added to the pool. So before adding Supreme Plus to your pool, we want to ensure that the pool has been properly balanced. So we're looking at a chlorine residual of like 1 to 3 parts per million, a pH of 7.4, and alkalinity, this one's a little bit more important. We want that to be right about 90 parts per million. Calcium hardness levels between 250 and 300 parts per million. Arsenic acid, CYA, let's get that to 30 parts per million or less. How much do we add for borates? So we're going to add between 2 and 3 pounds of borate, of the Supreme Plus borates per 1,000 gallons. So you got a 20,000 gallon pool, you're going to be adding between 40 and 60 pounds. That again gives us that 30 to 50 parts per million range. So we're going to add half one day. So how we're going to add this is we're going to broadcast it over the surface of the pool. Avoid windy days or stand-up wind, so we don't want to increase the risk of inhaling it or getting it into our eyes. Ensure that your pool pump is running for 24 hours after dosing the pool. If your pool is installed by us, it has a variable speed pump on it, so we're already circulating 24/7. No necessary changes to make. So any of the consolidated product that's remaining on the pool floor or anything like that, a few minutes after you add it, just go ahead and brush it with your pool brush. Try to get it to dilute into the water. Your pool is safe to swim 15 minutes after the product has been dissolved. But as always, please read the container safety labeling and instructions before using it. So what about hot tubs? This is something that, I haven't talked a whole lot about. I've been more or less gearing it towards the swimming pools. But I'm going to tell you, like your swimming pool, adding borates to your spa or hot tub is going to give you some of the same great benefits. We carry a product, again, made by Haviland called Simply Soft. This is specifically designed for spas and hot tubs since the water temps are significantly warmer. Comes in a 2-pound container. Absolutely love this product for my hot tub. Even after 4 months of use, the water clarity is perfect. I wouldn't go without this product anymore for my spa. So in conclusion, the use of borates is going to provide you, this pool and spa owner, with all the great benefits we've talked about, such as less chemicals, decreased need for acid, less chlorine, not having to worry about algae blooms. You're going to get sparklier water. You're going to have less scaling and corrosion on your equipment, more efficient hydraulic flow, which in turn is going to save you money. Ultimately, this is going to save you up to 40% in your seasonal chemical costs. And it's going to increase the life expectancy of your pool and spa equipment. So why do we recommend borates when it means you're going to be buying less chemicals from us, right? We are not that type of store that is only, after you for your money. We want you to have the very best products so you can enjoy your investment with less expense and less headaches. We really do appreciate your business and thank you for your continued support.